Evening, people and peepettes. It's just your madman. I hope everybody's well. At the moment, I hope everybody's fucking safe across the land. You'll have to bear with me. I'm coming down with a bug again, so I've got an ulcer on my tongue. I always seem to come down with it once every month or two, and it's annoying. Big thank you, like I say, to everyone that shares, likes, and comments. I am going to get a beer while I do this video, so just bear with me for a second. As always, right, what I'm about to express, what I'm about to say to you is my opinion, my take on things, what I see, what I hear, what I observe, and a little bit, sometimes, what I know. So, I am attempting to touch upon, well, I'm not particularly touching upon the situation in Borough, in Middlesbrough. If I've got any foreign viewers in the United Kingdom, if you aren't aware, if there's any foreign viewers and you aren't aware, please go and Google the current troubles in Middlesbrough, in Teesside, in the north of England. And at the same time, watch out for the dog with zoomies. Seriously, I've got no idea what the fuck's up with him. Done? No. Anyway, sorry, back to the point. It is a serious point. Now, I am not proclaiming to be the font of all knowledge in relation to, I'm not proclaiming to be the font of all knowledge in relation to the specifics of what's going on in Middlesbrough. But I am, so I'm just watching some dickhead across the road harass somebody as well, for fuck's sake, which probably ties in. I am 53-year-old, born in 1973, born in Nottingham, flitting around with my mum and dad and my sisters when we were younger. Lived in quite a few places, and some of the places weren't the nicest of places, shall we say. And another little thing that goes with this is I always say, or try to get across on my videos when it's a service video, don't look at what they're telling you, don't listen to what they're telling you or what they're showing you, look beyond it. As a Labour spin doctor, I can't remember who it was at the time of 9/11, turned around and says, it's a good day to bury bad news. And this is where I want to touch upon. The troubles in Middlesbrough right now, they aren't new. Growing up as I have done, I'm aware of lots of situations across lots of towns, predominantly in the north of the UK, Midlands and upwards. Good old-fashioned industrial towns and cities. And what's going on in Borough right now, because in the space of a week there's been 5 youths killed by driving their car the wrong way, a stolen car, the wrong way down an A road and colliding with a police car, which also killed 2 police officers. Now, on this particular video, I'm not going to go into that aspect because it's a personal point of view that a lot of people don't agree with or don't like. Since the incident last Saturday, a week tomorrow, there have been 2 people killed in a house fire. There's been multiple rammings of properties by people driving motor vehicles. There's been a stabbing, and there's been quite a celebratory perspective put up on the life of the 5 youngsters. I think the oldest was 23, so that tells you exactly what age category we're looking at. Celebratory aspect put on their life and death, which, like I said, did take the life of 2 serving police officers, who was nothing to do with the initial police chase of this motor vehicle that the young kids were in. But these stories, and like I said, these things in the towns and the cities across northern England, Midlands upwards, and right into Scotland and so on and so forth, these aren't new stories. These are, well, they're new stories, but it's not a new phenomenon. There's been crime, there's been criminality, there's been, we look at, or we talk about the county drug lines that have taken place from little villages and little towns into major cities, across most of the United Kingdom. But this is the point. This is where my don't believe everything you see and don't believe everything you hear comes into point. At the same time, and this is what we're not really seeing, at the same time we've got the government claiming, there's only 16,000 migrants in hotels. That's 50% drop on last year. Everyone's up in arms, everyone's going, brilliant, that's fan-fucking-tastic. No, it's not, because there's 73,000 people, approximately, illegal migrants, already housed in HMOs, in air bases, in RAF bases, across the country, but again, predominantly in the north of the United Kingdom. There's some lower areas that haven't got any, including the City of London, which is the actual, not the majority of London, but the main bit in the middle, which is the affluent, expensive areas where all the businesses, there's no illegal migrants there registered. Go figure. So I guess, and like I say, I do these videos ad hoc off the top of my head. So I guess what I'm trying to say is this: the situation in Middlesbrough at the moment is rightly and justifiably scary, but it's only the fact that the press, the mainstream press, are pointing everything out, from the car crash to the houses being rammed, to arson, to a stabbing, to cars being burnt again at a vigil for the young boys. That ultimately caused the car crash that killed 7 people in one go. The 5 boys and the 2 police officers. But by doing that, they're distracting us. They're distracting us from where we need to be, from what our focus needs to be, moving forward as a nation that is losing its identity, its prowess, its proudness, its beauty. Everything is being taken away from us, but nobody's talking about it now, because all of a sudden there's this gangland warfare going on in Borough. It's not all of a sudden. This is my point. It's not all of a sudden. So don't just watch the news. Don't just listen to what the mainstream news will tell you is going on. Look beyond it, look behind it, look for other people's information, look at what is going on in the rest of the country at the very same time that is not being reported on. That's the point I'm trying to get out of my head. And I'm not trying to influence anybody. I am not an influencer. I just speak what I see, and sometimes being a little bit mentally fucked up gives me gives me a clearer reading of situations, because I'm not wired the same as a normie. I'm not wired that way. I get to see things slightly different. Let's just hope the situation in Borough can be calmed without there will be more lives lost. Don't doubt that at all. There will be more lives lost. There will be trouble. And this trouble will spread. This might be the tinderbox that I spoke about months ago. Because whilst this is happening in Borough, the rest of the country is being forgotten. Perfect timing for them to go to Crowborough, to Bicester, to other RAF bases and army bases, and to do Operation Scatter or Dispersal, whichever one they've called it this time, and move illegal migrants, fighting age men, which is a term I hate, but it's there. So let's focus on what is really happening behind the scenes. With that, I wish you all a happy weekend. Take care of yourselves. Look after your friends, your neighbours, your elders, your relatives. Look after the people that you talk to near and far, the people sitting around your table. And as always, somebody in town, just give them a hello. It might help. Look after yourself, because of the way things are going, we can't be having empty cups. Everybody's got to be full. Take care, stay safe, stay proud, stay loud. Peace.